What's going on, everybody? Kenny Bomb is in the building, and I'm sick and tired of y'all acting like I'm the crazy Conquest man, because I'm telling y'all, as I've been telling y'all all this time, Conquest mode is coming back in Mortal Kombat 1 in some way, shape, or form. I've been laying these clues out for y'all since the beginning, but nobody wants to believe me. So what we're gonna do today is take a look back on all of those clues and see which ones stood the test of time. And we'll have to take a look at this recent statement from Boon, because if you ask me, it pretty much seals the deal. But first, if you're with me and you think Conquest mode will be in this game, drop a like on this video. But don't forget to smash that subscribe button, because when they finally announce it, it's gonna be a party over here. Now let's get into it.
Man, boy, they coming on.
Let's start off with the first time we've ever seen Mortal Kombat 1. Not the gameplay, I mean the first reveal trailer, because this one was very telling to me, and I'll tell you exactly why. In these reveal trailers, they always tell us things we can expect to see in these games. Going back as far as Mortal Kombat vs. DC, where they showed the mini games of you punching each other back and forth, or jumping out of buildings, punching each other back and forth. Mortal Kombat 9, they showed the tag team stuff in the cinematic trailer. They also showed the X-rays. Mortal Kombat 10, they showed Sub-Zero using the environment, swinging from branches, beating Scorpion with branches from the tree. He picked up his sword and stabbed Scorpion with it, so a lot of environmental stuff in Mortal Kombat X. Also the battle damage. In Mortal Kombat 11, they showed the same thing. We got the battle damage, we got Scorpion's fatal blow, and they showed some story stuff with Raiden killing Scorpion and Scorpion coming from another realm to take down Raiden. Now here we are to the Mortal Kombat 1 trailer. We got a few hints of things that will be in the game here, and I'm going to break them down one by one, but today we're just talking about Conquest. Now we get the hint of a big world pretty much as soon as this trailer starts. First they introduce us to Raiden, but then the focus kind of goes completely off of Raiden, so let's take a look at it. At this point, he's focusing in on the world. Now, I know the whole trailer is pretty much based around this thing up here, which I assumed was Shang Tsung's portal, but I don't think that's what it is. We'll get to that later, but check this out. Raiden goes completely out of the shot, so we're not focusing on the character anymore at all. This is focusing on the world. So they're trying to show us there's a big world in this game. We haven't seen anything like this in any of the previous Mortal Kombat trailers. They're showing us this world just as much as they're showing us these characters, and I'm going to prove that to y'all a bit later in this video. We've seen the world in Mortal Kombat games before. Mortal Kombat X, Mortal Kombat 11, in the story modes, they don't come close to this. They're not nearly as detailed. I think this is another big hint right here as well. It really speaks for itself. Again, putting the focus up here, but we have Mileena out of the cart standing on the street where it looks like she's ready to take off. This is the most telling part to me. We know Liu Kang is the main character in this game, but look at the symbol behind him. Liu Kang is the main character being advertised. What's being advertised behind Liu Kang is the world. Let's look at it a bit more clearly. This is the official logo for Mortal Kombat 1. And it's not just a cool dragon logo like we get before. Just like they're presenting that world to us in the trailer, they're doing the same thing in the official logo. I don't think that's done by a coincidence. I think the Conquest mode is a lock in this game, and it's going to be more exciting than it ever was. Now, does that stand the test of time? I'd say kinda. And I only say that because if you look at that full video, I did say some things in that video that I would have to go back on. I was hopeful for a chapter story mode that was actually built into the Conquest setting, where we would actually use the Mortal Kombat characters in that Conquest mode. That's definitely not going to be the case. But I also said that the Conquest mode will be bigger than we ever saw it. Being that we don't know anything about the Conquest mode right now and they are holding back on it, I don't think it's going to be that crazy. I think it's still going to be in the game, but I don't know if it's going to be crazy big. But I'm standing on the fact that in that reveal trailer, they put a big emphasis on the world. And that's not where it stopped. Let's take a look at Exhibit 2. I don't know what type of different game modes we'll have, but there's one that I'm very hopeful for, and that's what we're getting into right now. So, Immersive Story Campaign. Fight through a brand new story featuring your favorite Mortal Kombat characters like you've never seen them before. Now, this is another reason that I think the Conquest mode will definitely be in this game and be bigger, a big focus. It'll be bigger than it ever was before. Fight through a brand new story featuring your favorite Mortal Kombat characters like you've never seen them before. But behind them, what they're advertising shows none of the Mortal Kombat characters. What is it focusing in on? This is focusing in on the world again. Look here, new Mortal Kombat universe created by Fire God Liu Kang. We got Fire God Liu Kang right here, right? Right. Immersive story campaign featuring all the Mortal Kombat characters, but no Mortal Kombat characters in this section. All we have is the world. Something's going on, y'all. I don't know if it's going to be an open world. Somebody asked me if it was going to be like Red Dead Redemption. Temper your expectations, please, because that's crazy. But it's going to be something. I'm telling y'all, and I'm sticking to my guns on that one. And I'm still sticking to those guns because putting the words immersive story experience in front of an open environment is not a coincidence. Y'all got to pay attention to the context clues, or in this case, the conquest clues. I'm sorry, y'all, I had to get that off. Now, I'm sure at this point, we all know Ed Boon said the Crypt is gone and it will not be making a return to Mortal Kombat 1. If you ask me, the Crypt was the best that's ever been in Mortal Kombat 11, so why would you build something that good and just throw it away? Because they didn't throw it away. What they did was they took that Crypt and they built something bigger with that. Now, in Mortal Kombat 11, Crypt guy was the only guy stuck on Shang Tsung's island. If they wanted to expand that, all they would need to do is bring the island to life, give us different realms we can travel to, even if they're all just the same size as Shang Tsung's island. Just bring it to life, have people in there, have shops in there, because he did say we'd be unlocking a lot of things through this new mode. So that could be through shops or maybe random chests we find on the ground, which brings us to Exhibit 3. Let's get to that. But also, something else I noticed in this stage. Ed Boon said, the Crypt is finito, done, gone. Sad to hear because that was one of my favorite things in Mortal Kombat 11. Kept me in that game for a long time. But he said unlockables will be available in a different mode. And y'all know I'm singing Conquest mode until they tell us Conquest mode is not in this game. Let's look at this stage. We can see treasure chests hidden under this tree. We see treasure chests on the back ends all over the place here. So I don't know if it is going to be an open world conquest in this game or not, but if there is, I think that's going to be a good way for us to actually get those unlockables because it gives us a lot more to do in that conquest than just going through the story. So here's to me still hoping, and that hope is stronger than ever. But one thing I failed to mention in that video is the path between the trees. Go back and take a look at it. Is it there just because? I don't think so. Now in Exhibit 4, I think we actually get our first look at what Conquest mode will actually look like. Let's run it. We got a big reveal as soon as this trailer started. And what is that? Everybody's saying how beautiful this shot is. You see the castle, you see the dragon, you see the kite in the sky, but nobody pointed out that this is actually our first look at the Conquest mode in Mortal Kombat 1. So if you don't know yet, and this is something that we'll dive deeper into later this week, but Ed Boon said there is going to be a big single player experience in Mortal Kombat 1. When you think about that, what do you think about when it comes to Mortal Kombat? You think about Conquest mode. And we take a look at this picture here. One thing that is striking to me is the characters right behind me. These characters are lower in quality than the characters in the Monk Temple or the characters in the Tea House. Why would that happen? Because the characters in the Monk Temple or the Tea House, they are in a confined space, where these characters are living in an open environment. I mean, look at the stage. Look how beautiful the Tea House is. Look how beautiful the Monk Temple is. Look how beautiful a lot of the stages that we'll see later in this trailer are. While the screenshot we're looking at right now is beautiful, it doesn't stand up to the actual stages we see in the game, and I think that's because it's taken from an open environment. I mean, look at this. Look at the platform right here. A platform you can run across. Look at the ladder, climb up the ladder, look at the kite flying in the air. Maybe it's something like Assassin's Creed where we're collecting kites and stuff. I don't know, but I can tell you, this is most likely going to be our first look at the Conquest mode in Mortal Kombat 1, and like we say all the time, you heard it here first. Let's keep it moving. Now, we saw this guy in the most recent trailer. Some people are saying it's Kai. I don't think that's Kai. Some people were saying it was Shujinko, but I saw some other good points stating that Shujinko would have been older since the other characters are older. Everybody thinks everything is Havoc, and I saw somebody say this was Liu Kang's little brother. Whew, I like that one. But I don't think this is any of them. This guy looks like an NPC. Think about it. Unless the options are very limited, created characters always look like NPCs. So it's possible we can create our own character in the Conquest mode, and somehow he's involved in the story as well. Now, that would require you to create the character before you actually play the story mode, so I don't know how likely it is, but it's definitely possible. But Ed Boon did say there will be one new character in this game, And it would make a lot of sense if that new character was built for Conquest mode, but his story was intertwined with the main story as well. Honestly, I think that might be best case scenario. Now we're creeping up on this release date fast, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was losing hope. We were getting closer and closer and not hearing anything about Conquest mode, but this tweet confirmed it for me, and this comes from Caboose. First off, Caboose, the name is crazy, but shout out to you. Caboose was at Comic-Con, and Ed Boon himself gave this information. There is a very expansive additional single player experience that they won't show today. Ed Boon said, it's very exciting, and they are leaning heavily into the single player experience for those who get sick of getting their butt kicked online. Now, I don't get my butt kicked online. I just really prefer the single player experience. That's why I want this Conquest mode. Y'all keep asking me, what did Conquest mode do to me? It changed my life back in the day. I remember getting MortalKombatDeception, playing it all night, going to school the next day, thinking I can't wait to get home to play that Conquest mode in MortalKombatDeception. Conquest mode was the best thing that ever happened to Mortal Kombat, so I'm gonna keep pushing forward until they shoot it down. And I think this is confirmation. I gave y'all all the clues, and I'm gonna keep bringing them to y'all until they confirm it is in this game. Thank y'all for tuning into this video. Don't forget to drop a like if you agree with me, and smash that subscribe button so you can join the celebration when they finally announce it. Bomb Squad, let's get to that.